Hi guys, it is Reilly and today we're going to be checking out my new MBT, the Mark 11.51 Scoundrel. Let's get right into it. So, the Scoundrel was a new MBT I created because I needed a 4-shot Dfst cannon, which is right here. For some reason it's lagging. You go, 4-round Dfst cannon. So I fire 1, 2, locks up, 4, and now it's armed. So you can just reload it by loading it here. Bam, 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 bam. So when you fire, then it loads up the next one. But if you want to load it again, you can press 0, but that won't work. So you need to press 9. 0 is if you have jams, because the top arm is staying back when the bottom rack is empty, but still at the top. This will just allow you to essentially just keep the top rack staying there and not going back, and the bottom rack at the bottom, and you just press 9. So it's a dual axis stabilized Dfst cannon, meaning that it can shoot down. I shall show you this to prove it. It has a feature of kneeling. This is probably the best way to do it. This tank can kneel. Wondering what kneeling means? It's essentially the tank. I'll show you. So it can kneel. So you push up the rear wheels and it pulls up the front wheels, allowing it to gain more depression. So the tank can now shoot down and hit the tanks that it would have hit. So then you can just load it back up again. It does use glitched pistons right here. They're vanilla glitch welds. I don't entirely know how I did it, but I managed to just smash them together in the end. So 7 is kneeling, and just off kneel. So now let's look at the tank itself. So it uses a very small amount of my Nera. Video thing will be right on screen for about 5 seconds now. To the video with the Nera. You just open that up. See, this is the Nera. The functionality is debatable, but it's lighter than standard armor, so yeah. It uses level 3 armor in level 3 metal in the turret basket for the front and sides. The rear I've been deemed not necessary, because it's just if you get shot there you messed up. And you got the sides of metal 3 of this here, which is like a basket for your tub for your seat. It doesn't go under though. So at the front here we have Aardvark inspired hull, steeply angled lower glassy plate, quite harshly angled upper glassy plate, except if you got this flat pot right here, there. It uses 2 gas engines for each track for increased reliability, so you have 4 engines for redundancy. The rear, you have just the rear, which has lots of logic in it. You have a turret bustle at the rear, which contains useless components, really visual. You got an antenna at the back of the turret. You also have the suspension glitches, which elevate and depress the turret and slew the turret left and right. So it's quite agile with this, meaning that it can traverse hills and stuff quite well. It's got, I believe, only a travel distance of 1 on the suspension, which you could deem as being a bad thing, but it just means that it's not as tall on top of the ground, which is good and bad. So you have not the best ground clearance. If you look here, not much ground clearance, but enough to go over most obstacles. While you have these front wheels, grip on stuff at the front. So that's not a smart thing to do. You can jump up here. It also has some other features. So it's got aiming machine guns, which follow the ballistic trajectory of the round, as you can see. Boom, following ballistic trajectory. So it also has a compensator, so every time you fire, the gun slows to the left a bit because the recoil pulls it to the right. It's not perfect, but if I show you, so look, so focus on this thing's not going forward. So if you just press 0 and then 0 again, it will slam forwards. Bam, 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 and you reload it. So that follows the trajectory of the round. But if your gun gets jammed, which they can do, if I try to get it jammed here. No. But if you press 8, you will unjam the gun with cold cardboard, which gets broken. And if I just bring out some cardboard, you can just stretch it like that, and boom, you filled. So this is all vanilla all the way, in case you're wondering. And it also has 7, which is kneeling again, and 9 will pull the gun to reload, and 8 and 0 is of course turret to unjam the gun, but the gun's mechanisms. And I think we've just about covered the Scoundrel. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.